In the 70s in Brazil, we had only 2 graduate courses in ecology. One up in the Amazon, located in Manaus, IMPA, and the other one in Campinas, in the State University of Campinas. We had a third one, but it was oriented mostly to limnology. So practically, we grew up as graduate students under the influence of OTS and ATB, now ATBC. And why do I say that? Why I say that? I think there are 3 main reasons why these 2 organizations had such a deep impact in the generations of ecologists that were formed in Brazil since the 70s. The first was that we copied the style of the field courses of OTS in our graduate courses. So this gave us this emphasis on field studies and on field research. The second, I think, came from what we read in Biotropica. That was the most important journal for us as we were growing up as graduate students and becoming young scientists. So Biotropica was usually the most expected journal to arrive in the university by my generation. And by reading the journal, we were caught by this spirit of doing natural history of animals and plants and how animals and plants interact, and by describing phenomena in nature. So I think that was the key point to stimulate ecological research in Brazil. And this were inspired by reading Biotropica, that had at that time a strong emphasis in natural history in the papers that appeared in the journal. And as I said, we grew up reading them. So basically we understood that doing science was nothing more than going to the field with a good question in search of trying to know what a given animal do, at what time the animal does that, what tree does the animal visit, what the animal eats, and things like that. What pollinates the plant, who carries the fruit away, things like that. So we were moved by these simple questions that are basically natural history questions, and under the influence of Biotropica. Okay. The third thing that I think was important is that by reading Biotropica, we knew that you could do science around the corner. And in Brazil, around the corner, you have a forest and you have a savanna. So science became a nearby profession. So besides stimulating us for natural history, Biotropica was the only journal at that time that had a wide circulation and also published papers in Spanish and in Portuguese. So at that time, that was very good for us because we felt like we were in. So our language was part of a major journal on tropical ecology, and we could be part of it. But at the same time, we got acquainted with the tropical papers that were being published by the North American community, the European community, and the Central American community in Biotropica. So as the years passed, our dream as graduate students was to have a paper in Biotropica. We were moved by that because that was our favorite journal.